Yeah, some
Like,
people like to say, "Oh my God, you're too much." And then I'm like, "Why? Because you're not enough." Is that what?
exactly.
And I just said,
Ex-
I can't, solve everybody's issues now, can I? I can't Gerdify the world, even though, if I would like to try. So
what was it like being a part of the revival for Real Housewives of Miami?
it was actually very exciting, to be honest. I mean, I thought the show was already amazing as it was. I did find that it did needed a bit more diversity and better representation of the entire Miami spectrum. Obviously, people of color. So I think that they did a great job at recasting it to try their best to really represent the whole town, for sure.
So this season, you've been so brave and transparent in sharing your battle with breast cancer and just taking us on that journey. And I can't fathom how many lives you've probably changed by sharing your story. How did the diagnosis change your family?
Oh, in every way, so to speak. When you get news that your life is at risk, because, people think, oh, it's only stage 1B, she'll be fine. No, because you don't know what the treatment looks like. You don't know how your body's going to react to the treatment and so forth. There's a big trickle-down effect of possibilities where your life is not guaranteed once you are diagnosed with any type of cancer. So with mine, it was really a journey to get through, because I didn't think I was going to have radiation. I didn't think I was going to have chemo. But then all of a sudden, by a score that I tested high on that determines the reoccurrence rate of your cancer coming back within 5 to 10 years, is when I was put on alarm, like, no, we need to do these because your rate is too high and the cancer will come back if you don't do this and that. And still, with that said, no one can guarantee the future. So I'm on, high alert watch. It's every 6 months I have to keep testing ultrasound, mammogram to make sure that, the cancer is staying away. So it's a lifelong process, and you're kept on your toes. Cancer makes you really realize life is too short. You live out loud. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea there's a spectrum to show you,
Yes.
like how your percentage of, having it come back again. Wow.
Yes, 25 is the threshold and under of people not clearing, not needing these two treatments. And I scored a 29. So I scored too high, and within 5 to 10 years, the cancer would be coming back and more aggressively. So I had to do these two treatments to try to suppress it, in addition to a hysterectomy, which I just had 2 weeks ago. So I have no ovaries, no uterus, no cervix. But you know what? I was not trying to have no kids anyway. So it's all good. I'm now in surgical menopause. And that's why we have the fan, because the hot flashes are intense.
Hot flashes. So does breast cancer run in your family?
No, it is a mutation. So that's a whole other science that is really kind of scary, because it's not a genetic that runs in my family. And so we're looking at right now, what is it that I'm doing? I'm one of 7 children, but of a 7, there's 5 girls. And I'm the only one that has breast cancer. My other sisters don't. And they were natural with their hair care for most of their lives. I was using relaxers since I was 11. So then you're looking at those class, action suits about the fibroids and the cancer from relaxers. You're looking at the water you're drinking. You're looking at the air you're breathing, the food you eat, everything. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm really kind of, being very proactive and very picky about what I put in my mouth and so forth, but I do like a drink or two. So that, don't act like I'm, holier than thou now. But, definitely, you watch all those things that you think could be a contributor.
When you got your diagnosis, did you ever think about leaving the show? Like, did you contemplate if this was something you wanted to share? Because we know housewives can be like a roller coaster. Like, it could be up and down. It could be added stress.
No, the show was not a stressor for me, as far as like I got cancer because of the show. In fact, any social bickering or things of that nature, those don't linger in my head, and that's in that nature, obviously. If for me, it wasn't about that. I think that the stress from my workload, definitely, that was something that I looked at. And remember, the season prior, season 6, Russell was like, "Hey, woman, you're doing too much. You're doing too much." I mean, when people ask me, where are you based out of? How the hell was my answer out of an airplane? And I did it with a smile. I was like, out of an airplane? Where do you need me? And I'm in Cabo 1 minute, from Cabo to Portugal, from Portugal to this. And you're thinking you're living this amazing lifestyle. But then I'm like, but I'm doing all this not even for me. I'm doing this for strangers who are paying me to do this. And at what risk? At what risk? And so once you start, forgetting your health or canceling doctor's appointments, whatever it is that you're doing that you think is not important enough and not put yourself enough in the front of that, then is where the trickle down effect becomes. So I was thankful that Russell said enough. I listened to him. I, low keyed my my workload, and then came the diagnosis. So I was actually ready to take on cancer because I had the time. But imagine if I never listened to Russell and I did all this stuff and kept going. Another story.
In one interview, you mentioned over 300 women have reached out to you about you sharing your journey and just how that has impacted them and helped them in some way.
Well, let me clear that up. And by that, this when we filmed the reunion, that was the number at the reunion. Up to now, it's actually up to 400 and plus. And these are I received thousands of DMs. So I'm probably 10,000, let's say, right? Of just DMs that are like, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. This number, 400 plus, is people who did not want to go to the doctor because they were afraid about, I don't want to, hear the news that I have cancer. Because of my story, they went, got diagnosed, were told, yes, you have some type of cancer or tumor, whether it be invasive or not, and are getting treatment now. That's saving lives.
Wow. Do they tell you what age women should start getting regularly checked?
Unfortunately, it's getting younger and younger. The age used to be 40 and now it's 35 and plus, because something is going on in this universe that people are getting cancer. 1 in 3 will get cancer of some sort, any type of cancer. 1 in 8 will get women will get breast cancer. And then we're talking about our color, the brown community. We are 42% likely to die from breast cancer because we're not getting treatment, or we're not, getting it caught on time. It's just too much, and we don't need to be dying this soon. And so, listen, if I did anything good on this show, is this legacy that I'm living right now, to share what I had to share, and now I'm saving lives, and I'm like, I can't even believe that I'm here today doing this. I thought I was going to be planning parties and Guerdyfying the world in that way, and now I'm Guerdyfying the world in saving lives.
Yes,
it's unbelievable.
While you were going through your breast cancer journey, did any part of you feel like, okay, I'm going through this really hard journey, but I still gotta show up and be, the Guerdy that everyone expects me to be? Or were you able to decompress a little?
Well, so yeah, I mean, I had enough time to decompress when I was under chemo. Like, you're physically bedridden, so you can't go nowhere. So I was decompressing for a long time. I was watching every show under the sun. Guerdy had her time off. But the thing is that, when you get invited, for example, while we were filming to like a luncheon with the ladies or Marisol's party, and your goal is like, oh my God, I get to forget about my cancer today. So you get dressed up, and then you live in this dream of like, I'm going to socialize, things are back to normal. And you walk in these events, and my goal was to I don't want to put people down, be the Debbie Downer, and share my issue. So you walk in trying not to talk about it, forget it. And so a perfect example is Marisol's, party at her house, the little picnic thing she had. I was in the car. I got called by the doctor saying, we didn't clear all the margins. You still have some part of the tumor. You need to do a second surgery. And this was 4 days before after the first surgery. So I was like, okay. After I hung up, I'm like, well, think about it tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy this luncheon and just not even mention it, because I want to be like, Guerdy's here and fun. Yeah. And when you see, Lisa coming in, and her vendetta is like, I want to argue and I want to talk about what happened on Palm Beach. And then I'm like, damn it, I'm trying to have a fun here, and you guys are talking about the BS. Right. I just got a call that and then people are like, oh, she just wants the attention. Oh, she's weaponizing cancer. Until you have cancer, and until you know the emotional roller coaster that it causes, when you can't even think about what's happening 5 minutes from now because the doctor just called you with some news. Don't even dare come to me asking me about what weaponizing cancer looks like, because I don't even know. I'm just living my truth, and I'm living my real life on TV, not for storyline with some others. Okay, so for me, don't you dare tell me, oh, why didn't you tell them when you walked in? Because I was trying not to mess up Marisol's beautiful party. How about that? Being considerate. So darn it, Guerdy, you were too considerate. You should have brought down the house down from the get-go. Okay.
Right. It's kind of one of those you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't situations.
Exactly. And the people who there was no winning with that anyway, they're gonna look at me like that anyway. So I couldn't care less about them. They can be the little robot behind, what do they call them, bots? But I couldn't believe it. I'm like, they thought every time there's a scene, you gotta take off your wig. And because I'm trying to walk in and have fun. The wig scene, give you an exclusive now. My goal was, after Adriana performs, I will then go in the corner with the girls and be like, girls, I did something big. You're not going into chemo. Do you think I'm going to walk in a party and everyone be like, oh my God, look at your hair? The haircut was not for pleasure or style. It was for battle with cancer. So it's like you walking in and you have to like shave your eyebrows because you think of something. And then you think you're going to want to walk in a party like that. So no, you draw your little eyes back on, pretending as if I'm to blend in. So I put my wig back on because that was my mechanism. Walking in saying maybe for the night we could do like a whole little reveal with the girls. But then I a little argument and it just got me emotionally round up and I ended up saying, look what I am dealing with, and you're here talking about the fakest perspective. It's about perspective. So that was the intent, was to share it after Adriana's moment, because then imagine if I walked in on it, Adriana would have said, oh, it was my party, but then you made it about you. If I did it after, you can't win. You can't win.
Absolutely. 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 I love watching you and Russell on TV. I mean, you guys are just so inspirational. I just love how you communicate with one another, how you support each other. Watching him support you this season and giving everyone an example of what a good supportive husband looks like was huge, and I hope that affected people as well.
Russell is the people's champ. Russell has become the people's champ, and he deserves it, because when I tell you this man is so humble, low-key, he wants none of this. He wants none of it. And yes, he deserves it, because there's not many humans like this man, and I respect him. And at 28 years together, I still wake up and I just look at him and I respect him. I'm proud to be his wife, and he's just a very important, special human being. That's what I have to say about.
You feel support on the show from the ladies?
Unfortunately, I think that the viewers thought there wasn't a lot of support, but you have to understand that there was. But behind closed doors after we filmed, of course, I have tons of texts. Marisol, Alexia, of course, Nicole was with me physically through a lot of this stuff. Kiki, all the girls were checking on me. And then there were a couple who I think they were just wrapped up in their own stuff, and that's okay. By the way, no one is a bad person because of that. It's just people friend differently. That's all I have to say.
That's true. That is true. People definitely do friend differently. So the season has wrapped. Do you want all the ladies to return for season 7?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the chemistry is it's amazing. I think
it's a great cast.
Everybody has a different angle, perspective, and so forth. And it could be shocking, it could be insulting to someone, and whatever it is. But at the end of the day, it's life. When you walk out the door, you don't know who you're going to interact with and how your day's going to go. And that's exactly what we got. From the different ladies on the show. So I think we're doing a pretty good job as a entire cast. Yeah.
What do you think we'll get to see from you in this next season? Now that this cancer battle is,
now
has been won.
Guess who's back again? Guerdy's back. So I'm going to definitely be bigger, badder than ever. And so the idea is obviously for me to share what's happening with me today, which is a lot of different things. I am a shareholder partner of a water company called Miami Alkaline Water, and we have alkaline hydrogen water. So there's only 3 of us out there. Justin Bieber is actually a partner in one of the other competing companies, but our water is better.
Wow.
So it's amazing, and it's all about me again assessing what is it that I'm drinking. The water is very important. What are you breathing? Everything. So plan to see me really kind of gurdify a spectrum of myself that will, I think, affect a lot of people and make them look at the same thing like, damn, I could be drinking this, or I could be drinking that, I could be doing this, giving people a healthier option in life to try to, be as healthy as it can be from within.
Would you accept the invitation to go on like Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip?
Why not, honey? If anybody needs a vacation, I need a vacation.
Right.
I've been struggling with this medical stuff, so I would love to go on a getaway. Why not?
Exactly. Which cast member would you bring with you?
Well, Nicole's pregnant, so fine. Oh God, castmate Lisa Milan, my girl. I would bring so many. I think
so many to
Meredith,
choose from.
Meredith Marks.
Okay, the rumors.
The rumors. I just thought I was gonna. Yeah. And Vicky Gunvalson was amazing. She's fun. And yes, those are some of my a few. I can
That
think
would
of
be a
it.
good casting. That would be a lot of fun. Those are a lot of bold personalities under one roof. The ratings would be sky high. Oh my gosh. Well, I can't for one wait to see you next season along back with the other girls. I mean, I really love Miami when
Oh wait,
it
Kiki.
came.
I would invite Kiki, of course. She's a
Oh
good time.
yes.
Yeah, we would turn up. Oh honey, yeah, yeah.
Oh
Sorry,
yes.
yeah,
Kiki looks like she's a lot of fun.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. I can't wait to see you ladies back on my screen. I love watching Real Housewives of Miami. You guys just bring it every season. Like you're good. You guys are good. It's story, it's fashion, it's glam,
Yes.
it's friendship, it's fights, it's just everything. It's so good. Thank you so much for joining me today and talking with me, Guerdy. It's been such a pleasure, and I can't wait to do this again. And I look forward to following your journey as well.
Thank you so much for having me. This was amazing.